Bob's Breakfast.
Clarkson, Paxman, Kyle. Is there a Jeremy on TV that isn't a knob? I hoped we would never talk about this on the radio. I mentioned that parts of Italy are not as advanced as parts of Britain. This is from personal experience. I've been to Italy many times, and in some of the rural areas, they don't know a toilet from a hole in the ground. They have a porcelain hole in the ground, which for blokes is not that much of a big deal because, let's face it, because we are anatomically equipped. The world is our urinal. Not so for women.
No, it's tricky.
Now, Julie and I are planning a trip, and we're planning a trip to southern Italy. We're going to Naples because I've always wanted to see Pompeii.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
And Pompeii and Vesuvius. And we've booked day trips. Previously, when we've been to Italy, we've had this porcelain hole in the ground toilet issue. So we are definitely going to run into one of these toilets. Julie is not keen on this at all. So I mistakenly, half joking, said to her, well, you could always get a Shewee. In case you don't know what these are a feminine adapter. It's designed for women who are at concerts, so they can use urinals.
They originally came out for festivals because the ladies' toilets were always completely stacked. The guys was always were always empty. It was annoying. They just need to nip behind a fence. And have a little pot. And so somebody came up with this crazy idea of
this
the
device.
Shewee.
Well, she sent off for one. It arrived yesterday. It comes in a case like a glasses case.
Right.
You don't want to get them confused. So I'm uncomfortable with the whole thing. Now, my biggest fear, with the weather the way it is, I just hope it doesn't snow today.
Why?
Well, I don't want to get home and outside the flat there's a signature. Stop the show. We've got a medical emergency on our hands. You probably know that the traffic has been bad on the A1M. There's been accidents northbound between 5 and 6. This has caused problems southbound. Gary's on the phone. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning.
You've had an interesting morning.
My wife's pregnant. She actually went into labour during the night. Well, we've been stuck on the A1. We've been diverted round through Nebworth, which is at a complete standstill. So we're stuck there at the moment.
Can you put your Mrs. Tracey on the phone for us?
Hello.
Tracey, how are you hanging in there?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. Now, are the emergency services aware of your problem?
No, we managed to flag down a police car.
Yeah.
And they said if we needed to, we'll just have to call an ambulance. There's nothing they can do.
Right.
But that's not really going to help when the traffic's at a standstill.
Okay. Is this your first baby?
No, fifth.
Fifth. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've got quite a lot of experience in this area. So based on your experience, how close do you think you are to giving birth?
Well, hopefully not too far away, but not too quick that it's going to happen in the car.
Yes. All right. Can I check back in with you in a few minutes' time?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Whatever you do, don't push.
All right.
All right then. Okay. Talk to you soon, Gary and Tracey. Goodness me.
Thank you.
Bob's Breakfast.
That's an amazing story, that Welsh bloke that chopped his hand off doing DIY. So this morning, what's your DIY disaster story? When has it gone horribly wrong? Have you got a good story? You can win something cool from My Tool Shed. Yes, it's a DAB radio, but it's from DeWalt, the makers of the power tools that cut your hand off the quickest. Yes, actually, I don't know if it was a DeWalt power tool that cut that bloke's hand off, but it would have done a nice job of it. The DeWalt DAB radio could be yours if you tell me your DIY disaster story. Latest news now, Chris Hubbard.
A 60-stone woman had to be winched out of her home by a crane.
Surely she could have been coaxed out with food. David, you might be able to help.
Reference to the lady and gentleman who are expecting a baby in Nebworth. If they drive through all the lanes are empty, so I'll be able to zigzag through to Stevenage. They can come into the back of Datchworth.
Yes.
And then go through the lanes if they've got a sat-nav on the phone, they'll be able to link that in.
Yes.
And get to Stevenage. It'll probably only take them about 20 minutes.
All right, thank you very much. Cheers.
All right, cheers, thanks.
All right, thank you. If you've any other advice or you know what to do here, or if you can give Gary any advice on how to be a midwife. 01438 422 106.
106 Bob FM.
And if you missed what I said earlier, well, I'm glad, really, because it might get me into trouble. Simon, you enjoyed it.
I have to stop the vehicle and wash the coffee off the inside of the windscreen.
Why? What happened?
Your comment about coaxing somebody out of a flat. Are you allowed to say that? Jesus crikey. I was just taking a slug of coffee out of my my flask cup, and I thought, what's she going to say? And I spat the coffee all over the front of the windscreen.
106 Bob FM.
Gary, how far do you reckon you are from the Lister right now?
Well, we've just called an ambulance, so...
You have actually called an ambulance now?
Mum's on the phone to the ambulance because Mum's sat in the back.
Oh, your mum's in the back of the car as well?
Yeah.
Well, at least it's not just you and Gary, because if Gary falls to pieces, maybe your mother can stay together. Can we cross back to you in a little bit and see how things are going?
You can.
Okay, it's Gary, Tracey, and her mum, somewhere in Nebworth.
Oh, my goodness.
Not far from here. It's a drama that's unfolding. It's gripping the home counties on Bob FM. We want to know, what have you done that is a random act of kindness? Now, here's one that I'm not accepting. Where you wave a pedestrian to cross the road in front of you when you're driving.
That's nice, eh?
That's not a random act of kindness. There's nothing random or kind about that. You know what they're doing, don't you?
What?
They're lording it over you.
They're letting you cross.
No, they're not. What they're doing is they're going, you are a mere peasant. Me, however, I am a lord here in my carriage. And I will permit you to cross, peasant. You may cross now. That's what they're doing. That's what it's all about.
What would you rather they do?
Just carry on and I'll wait. Because that's what they're doing. I know that's what they're doing. Because if you go, no, and wave them through, they get really angry. Trust me.
Have you done that?
Yeah, they get like... They go, oh, because you've just changed the paradigm. Now you've gone, oh, no, you are not the Lord letting me through as the peasant. I am now the Lord of the manor, and I shall let you pass. So once you turn that round on them, they hate it. Let's get the latest news now from Chris Hobart.
A full bodysuit lie detector could be used in British police stations within the next few years.
You don't need a full suit, though. You only need the pants, because liars' pants are on fire. Mark's on the phone. You think you can help?
Hey, Graham. If they're near you at Nebworth, why don't they shoot through Nebworth House, Junction 7, where the motorway's open, and then straight down the A1 to Lister?
Oh, cut through Nebworth House. I get you. You go in the back entrance of Nebworth House.
Yeah.
Go across the grounds of the house and then come out at the junction on the roundabout.
At the Novotel.
Brilliant, Mark. Thank you so much.
Okay, speak to you soon, Graham.
Cheers.
106 Bob FM.
Harrison Ford's been injured, as we've been hearing, after the plane he was piloting suffered engine failure and he crash-landed onto a golf course in Los Angeles.
You know, the cockpit voice recorder has been found.
Really?
Yes, I have the audio.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Bob's Breakfast.
The most stress your kids have ever caused you. Diana.
My son Glenn, when he was 4, he burnt my house down.
Hang on, wait, he burnt the house down? How did he do that?
He lit a little bit of paper under his brother's bed, and he expected his brother to go to bed and find his bed gone.
Yes.
But he ended up burning the whole house down, and we lost everything. And we lived off car boot sales for ages and ages and ages.
Where did you live?
Me and my husband at the time slept around his mum's on the settee.
Oh, dear.
I was cooking sausages, and my daughter's boyfriend said, "You're burning the sausages," and I thought, "No, I'm not." And then your house is on fire, so we got out quick, and it was just everything.
Well, I'm glad everybody was safe. Wow. Yeah. All right. Do you ever let him forget it now? How old is he now?
He's 28 now. He lives in New Zealand.
Oh.
He remembers it.
Oh, he remembers it when he burnt the house down.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hey, thank you very much, Diana. Bob. Gary, where are you right now?
Yeah, we're still at Oakfields Road, just waiting for the ambulance now.
Okay, so if someone around Nebworth is hearing ambulance sirens and seeing blue lights in your mirror, please do whatever you can. I know the traffic is just gridlocked because of that problem on the A1M, but just get up onto the verge or the curb, or just let them get through, because they've got to get to them. So how is Tracey?
Not great, but she's doing okay.
Can we talk to Tracey, Gary?
At the moment, no. She's having contractions again.
All right, hang on in there, Gary.
Thank you.
It seems we've not heard anything from North Korea for a little while, but now they've published more than 300 slogans. They all want you to worship the supreme leader.
What's Diana Ross got to do with North Korea? Where are you, Connie?
So I'm waiting for a bus at the moment. Hertford East.
We've been asking people to commit random acts of kindness.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Have you committed one recently?
Not recently, no.
Is there anyone else at the bus stop?
Yes, another lady that catches the bus.
Can you quickly put her on?
Hold on.
All right.
You're talking to Graham.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, she seems keen.
Hi, Graham.
Good morning, Graham Mack, Amy Stevenson. How are you?
Good morning. I'm very well, thank you. I'm waiting in the rain.
What's your name?
Harriet.
Harriet. Where are you catching the bus to?
Hertford Town, so I can get the train.
Okay. And how much is your bus fare going to be?
It's going to be £1.50.
Okay. Can you put Connie back on the phone?
Sure.
Okay.
Hello?
Connie?
Yeah.
How about you pay for Harriet's bus fare? It's £1.50.
Yeah, it's all right then.
Oh, you'll do that? Okay, when you get on the bus, I want you to say to Harriet, this trip's on me.
Okay, will do.
All right, that's good.
All right, Harriet, I'm paying your bus fare. Thank you very much.
Well, all right. Can we check?
It's coming now.
Oh, the bus is coming now. Well, how far away is it? Is it close?
It's just coming to the bus stop now.
Is it coming? Are you about to get onto the bus?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Let's hear you actually commit this random act of kindness and pay for Harriet's ticket as well. Let's hear that.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Hold on.
Okay. So the
morning. Can I pay for Harriet's bus fare, please? Bob FM, this is the bus driver.
Okay, right, yeah. Right, so you're okay. You've paid Harriet's fare now?
Yeah.
You're all set?
Yes, we're off now.
Look at that! It's another random act of kindness on Bob FM.
Okay.
Michael Button has just tweeted with a photograph of the ambulance on its way to you. So hang on in there, Tracey and Gary. That looks like good news. Michael says, just seen the ambulance by the Vauxhall dealership. They're en route. So good luck on that one. 01438 422 106. Good morning. Who's this?
Oh, good morning. My name's Kevin. I've just driven in from Stevenage right away through Nebworth and that way up to Welwyn Garden City.
Yeah.
And just let you know that it's to add injury to the wound, at the clock roundabout, there's an articulated lorry that is actually just broken down on the roundabout itself, which is now blocking the traffic. It can't go anywhere.
Okay. Hey, thank you very much, Kev.
Okay.
Cheers.
That's right.
Let's hope that doesn't stop the ambulance getting through to Gary and Tracey.
It will.
All right. Thanks for the update, Kev. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Bye.
We'll go live to Gary and Tracey in a bit on Bob FM.
Bob's Breakfast.
If you were listening on Friday, you would have heard Connie call up. She called from the bus stop, and I said to her, find a stranger at the bus stop and pay their bus fare. And she found Harriet. Yeah. And she paid Harriet's bus fare, and we heard them get on the bus. Mm-hmm. And it was nice. It was a real random act of kindness. Yeah. But turns out things went horribly wrong. Connie's back on the phone. So tell us what happened after the bus set off.
As the bus went out of the village, there'd been an accident, and so we was at a standstill. So half of us thought, oh, well, perhaps the driver will let us off and we'll start walking.
Yeah.
By the time I got down to the roundabout, the bus passed us.
No! And he didn't pick you up?
You did a random act of kindness by paying a stranger's bus fare on that very bus trip. You got off the bus because you thought it'd be quicker and the bus driver drove right past you.
He couldn't stop. He just couldn't stop.
I'm sorry, buddy. God.
Well, that was all right. That was my fault because we should have stayed on.
Well, no, it was his fault.
He should have picked you back up.
That was a random act of unkindness.
Well,
no. I am so because kindness is supposed to be contagious. Karma is supposed to kick in and help here. Goodness me, there's been a glitch in the Matrix.
Turn your knob to Bob.
Just had this via Facebook from Tracey's mum. Just want to thank everyone for all their help and advice. We are now all aboard an ambulance heading for Lister Hospital. Tracey, doing well, considering. Good news. Keep you posted on Bob FM.
Some breaking news. We've just heard that Tesco has reported full-year statutory losses of £6.37 billion. That's the latest from the Bob FM newsroom. More at 7:30.
Thanks a lot, Chris. And if you're listening from Tesco's, remember you can win £1,501 if you can work out what Bob's doing. I know that won't solve all of your problems, but every little helps.
Bob FM. Home counties.
Good morning, Tracey's mum.
Good morning.
What's your name?
Linda.
Linda. Bit of a morning for you.
Slightly, yes. Very much so.
Okay, so where are you right now?
Like, Tracey's now in the hospital, in the room where she's going to actually give birth. She's been examined now.
Mm-hmm.
Gary's with her. I've got walkabout so I can talk to you on the phone.
Fantastic. And how is everybody bearing up?
When the ambulance first got there, Tracey's blood pressure was really high. Dangerously high because of the stress and everything. But once she'd settled into the ambulance, by the time we got here to the hospital, it had gone down to normal.
Yeah, that must have been a really... How long did it take for the ambulance to get there? Because we kind of lost contact after Gary had called the ambulance. Oh, you called the ambulance, didn't you? You called 999.
I called the ambulance, yeah. I took it upon myself because I was getting to a point where I thought, this is not good, this is going to happen in the car if I don't do something.
Right, so Mum took control. Enough of you messing about. Never mind Gary playing the hero, trying to drive her to the hospital. I'm taking over now. You'll do as I say.
Absolutely, yes. So I phoned the ambulance, and this is where we are now. So.
Okay, and how were the team in the ambulance? Were they good?
They were absolutely fantastic.
Great.
Yes, absolutely brilliant.
You know, the whole of the home counties has been following this story.
We have picked up on a few bits and pieces. I've just turned my phone back on.
Yes.
And my phone just almost exploded. So we have picked up on bits and pieces. Obviously, Tracey's not quite with it at the minute.
Yes.
But she will be really surprised of all the interest.
Okay, well, we'll check in with you in a bit, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
All right, that'll be good.
Okay, then.
We'll keep
all
up
right,
to date.
thank you.
Bob FM.
What's the scariest thing that's happened to you in the water, or scariest thing you've seen? Badger.
I was in Ibiza.
Yes.
And I got cramp. And I managed to get up to me waist. And I was calling out for the people I was with just to help me out the water.
Yeah.
There's all these blokes dragging me out the water. Some German guy who liked a cake and a sandwich and a pie or two, he started trying to give me the kiss of life. And then, so in the end, I got out the water and my friends came and got me. The next day, walking through the hotel, some guy nudged his wife and said that was the guy that was attacked by the shark yesterday. I had cramp.
Well, in actual fact, you were attacked by an overweight German who was being way too helpful and way too familiar.
Trying to stick his tongue in my mouth. Yeah.
You're at the Lister Hospital now, Linda.
Yes.
And what's the latest?
Baby's just being monitored now. Going to monitor her for 20 minutes, and then they're going to take it from there.
Okay, so she hasn't given birth yet. When you said
no, she hasn't. No.
But they're monitoring the condition of the baby. But everything looking good?
Everything's looking fine. Contractions are a lot stronger now.
Okay, and Gary, is he doing okay?
Yeah, I think we're all a bit jittery. I think we're all a bit in shock at the minute, but yeah.
The whole of the home counties is in shock.
I know, that we've just found out. I've just got a call from home to say that, this is mad, ITV News is going around my house within the hour to interview two of the girls.
Yeah, they're coming here too. So, yeah, this is the big story of the morning. Yeah, this is... I'm Graham Mack, and I hope you're enjoying the podcast. If you are, make sure you share it on Facebook and Twitter, and you can subscribe at iTunes.
Just be careful if you're planning a trip to the seaside in the next few weeks. Huge jellyfish, which weigh up to 5 stone each, are swarming off the British coast. They can't kill you, but they won't do you any good if you do swim into them.
Don't you have to get someone to pee on you?
Yes, you do. I think that's the idea, isn't it?
I don't know, but I just think, hasn't your day already gone badly enough? Good morning, Linda.
Good morning.
It was quite chaotic yesterday, wasn't it?
It was just, me and Tracey just sitting in there, just going through all the Facebook and everything on our phones and just absolutely astounded by it all.
You became world famous.
Yes, we realised that. It even went to America as well.
Oh, yeah, no, it's gone around the world, this one. This is a big story. Yeah, it's gone around the world, this one. Australia, Canada, everybody's talking about this.
Oh, goodness me.
But a happy ending.
A very happy ending. She's absolutely adorable.
Now, you're in that hospital right now.
I am,
Can you put Tracey on the phone?
Yep, hang on a minute.
Fantastic.
Hello.
Tracey, how are you?
Hello, it's all.
Now, yesterday morning, I remember talking to you, and I said, Gary reckons you could be another couple of hours. Can you hang on that long? You said, I don't think so.
Yeah, no, it was a bit of a stressful situation, which ended up, I think we got to hospital in the end about 9:15.
Yeah.
And then I didn't really sort of like notice time really after that, but it all ended up in complications and a bit traumatic.
Did it really? What were the complications?
Yeah, well, she, even though it was progressing, we got to the hospital and they checked me and I was already 7 centimetres dilated. And then basically, it was a case of waiting for her to arrive at that point, but with the blood pressure that was still high on and off.
Yeah.
I then tried to push her out, but I was just so tired and I've been through so much that they prepped us for theatre and said that it might possibly have to be an emergency cesarean.
Uh-huh.
But if they could do it via the forceps, then they would.
Yeah.
And they did, but I've never been through anything in any of the births before like that, so it was quite traumatic.
Because this is your 5th one?
Yeah, she is, yeah. And last.
Oh, you don't even want to think about that. This is the last one. Okay.
And last.
Okay. And she's a beautiful baby?
She is really lovely, yeah. She's just been laid most of the night in a cot, just laying wondering what the other babies are crying about, just laid there really chilled out, really.
Ah, are you looking at her right now, are you?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, so.
And what weight?
She was 7'5".
Yeah.
So she's a really lovely colour. She's got quite a bit of hair and she just really chilled out and laid back. So hopefully she stays that way.
And what did you call her, Tracey?
Melody Sophia.
Melody?
Yeah, Melody.
You decide not to go with Bob?
Decided not to go with Bob.
Because that would have been my, that would have been my choice, the Bob baby,
Yeah.
Bob.
No, she's been Melody Sophia right from the offset. So
okay.
We couldn't really change it, really.
Well, everyone who listens to Bob FM feels like they're part of the extended family now, because we all went through it with you. We all went through the stress.
You did.
Well, Tracey, thank you very much for letting us share your story.
Thank you for kind of making it a bit worldwide.
Well, on behalf of everybody who listens to Bob, thank you so much to Melody. And Melody, if you can't be Bob, maybe on behalf of the listeners to the radio station, Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle. Exactly.
Bob's your uncle. All right. Thank you very much, Tracey.
Thank you ever so much.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bob's Breakfast.